கோவையில் புற்றுநோயாளிகளுக்காக நிதி திரட்டும் வகையில் கோவை கேன்சர் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் வாக்கரு எல்ஜி எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ஸ் சார்பில் 11வது மாரத்தான் போட்டி வஉசி மைதானத்தில் இருந்து வரும் 17ஆம் தேதி நடைபெறுகிறது. இப்போட்டியில் 93 வயது முதியவர் உள்பட 17 மாநிலங்களைச் சேர்ந்த சுமார் 18,500 பேர் பங்கேற்க உள்ளனர். இவர்களில் 1,900 பெண்கள் பங்கேற்கின்றனர். தவிர கனடா, அமெரிக்கா, நெதர்லாந்து நாட்டைச் சேர்ந்தவர்களும் கலந்து கொள்கின்றனர். இந்த மாரத்தான் போட்டி 21 கிலோமீட்டர், 10 மற்றும் 5 மீட்டர் ஆகிய பிரிவுகளில் நடைபெறுகிறது. போட்டியில் பங்கேற்க உள்ளவர்களுக்கு வரும் 16ஆம் தேதி கொடிஷியாவில் டி-ஷர்ட் வழங்கப்படுகிறது. இதையடுத்து போட்டிகள் 17ஆம் தேதி அதிகாலை 5 மணி முதல் துவங்கி நடைபெறுகிறது. போட்டியில் வெற்றி பெறும் நபர்களுக்கு பதக்கம் மற்றும் ரொக்க பரிசுகள் வழங்கப்பட உள்ளது. இப்போட்டிக்கான டி-ஷர்ட் மற்றும் பதக்கம் அறிமுக நிகழ்ச்சி கோவை புரூக்ஃபீல்ட் மாலில் நடைபெற்றது. நிகழ்ச்சியில் மாநகர போலீஸ் கமிஷனர் பாலகிருஷ்ணன் பங்கேற்று டி-ஷர்ட், பதக்கங்களை அறிமுகம் செய்தார். இதில் வாக்குரு இன்டர்நேஷனல் பிரைவேட் லிமிடெட் மேலாண்மை இயக்குநர் நௌஷத், கோவை கேன்சர் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் மேனேஜிங் ட்ரஸ்டி பாலாஜி, ரேஸ் இயக்குநர் ரமேஷ் பொன்னுசாமி உள்பட பலர் பங்கேற்றனர்.
Dr. Balaji, Mr. Anwar, Mr. Rajesh, Mr. Ramesh, Valiyappan, and all the stakeholders in this great marathon. Like Valiyappan said, this is the second marathon I'm running, and of course contributing a little bit in the planning and organizing the entire event. Last year, when I joined the city police as commissioner, when the team approached me for support for the marathon, I thought it is like any other marathon held, at least I have seen before. But when I got associated with the entire thing, in the days closer to the day of marathon, I realized that it is something different, not only for the purpose for which this run is organized, but also the way in which the entire thing is done. It is so professional, and as Ramesh rightly pointed out, it is an experience. Whether it is the introduction of the event a few months before the actual event, and the expo, that is one of its kind I have not seen before. So whatever you name it, everything is new and very professional. And Mr. Anwar mentioned about the kind of technology used here. It is like in any other developed country, because it is true, because at least I have not seen anything like this before. I have not run in any of the foreign countries, but whatever run I have done in the country, in India, this is the best, I would say. So I really appreciate all the Coimbatore runners led by Mr. Ramesh, Dr. Balaji, and all the sponsors, Vakru and LG particularly, and all the companies which are behind this entire event. Because without that support, it is not possible. And it is another example that if something is done sincerely and professionally, then sponsorship is not a problem. Because whether it is in terms of participation, which the organizers forced to limit it to 18,500, and the participants through providing volunteers and the help in terms of finance and kinds. Everything is so voluntary. So this is a wonderful thing. For me personally, this is the second half marathon I'm going to run. Of course, I would say that marathon relieves stress, but in the quest for competing with others, or maybe within you, we should not develop stress in marathon. We should go out and enjoy the entire thing. As Valiyappan repeatedly pointed out, there's a nice breakfast organized after the run. So we should all run and enjoy the entire event. And of course, the climate here is great. Either in other places, either it is too hot or too cold. Such a wonderful weather we may not get anywhere else for a run like this. So better we all participate and enjoy the entire thing. And Dr. Balaji, I've been associating with him for the last 18 months, ever since I was part of this last year's marathon, and the kind of activities they do, whether in the area of cancer, creating cancer awareness, or the palliative care, it is fantastic. I have seen them doing it firsthand, and it is really wonderful. And I'm so happy that this year they have included the awareness about drugs also in their campaign to create awareness about drugs, about cancer, because tobacco, like probably the number of smokers has come down, but then the usage hasn't really come down because it is in different forms now. The most painful thing is that as a police officer, as a law enforcer, we find the school and the young college students, they consume tobacco in different forms. For example, tobacco like Cool Lip, which is found in the schools. So Tamil Nadu government has marked this drug problem as an important focus area for governance, and we police officers are continuously at it, whether in creating awareness or enforcing the law. We are full time into control of drugs, particularly tobacco and other natural and synthetic opioids. So I'm glad that CCF has included drug awareness also in their program, because along with the cancer, this is going to be a major problem in the future. And we have many examples in our country itself. There are many states which were very good in sports just a decade ago probably, but now they are nowhere in the picture. And one of the most important reason is drug. And most of the youngsters, they get into the habit of drug, and the performance has come down drastically. So whether we talk about Coimbatore or Tamil Nadu or the entire country, this drug, unless we deal with it effectively, is going to be a spoiler for the future generation. So in that context also, I really appreciate the efforts of CCF and the Marathon, Kovai Marathon, in supporting their effort to create a bright future for our generation. Thank you very much. All the best.
Has decided, along with the core team, that the proceeds of this year's marathon, which will be 50 plus lakhs, we will put it together as 1 crore to reserve it for children with cancer, and we will probably name it and probably launch it. And we are grateful for the commissioner to be here today, and we will invite most of you to come again when we actually launch this project. We are informing it and putting it together. And thank you so much. This speaks of two things. One is the credibility that CCF has got now, and secondly, puts an enormous responsibility on us to use this judiciously and properly. We started out with CCF basically for counseling. It moved on to awareness. It went into tobacco cessation programs. Now we have added drug de-addiction programs also. Then early detection camps, awareness programs, and multitude of activities, including training of MSW students and interns in palliative care and other things. So we have actually evolved over the years. We have a small 5-minute clip only to show one aspect of what we do, and that is the awareness part of it that I thought we'll showcase. Because the last time we showed last year, we were able to show you the palliative care work that we did from the proceeds of the marathon partly. Okay? Can we have the clip, please?